Hey folks, do you like spice in your coffee? Are you unaware that spice in your coffee is actually an option? Are you excited about that idea? Well, then check out Roasty Buds. That's right, today's sponsor for the PV3 Nation podcast is Roasty Buds, a coffee infused with different spicy peppers. You can get classic Colombian roast with no spice. You can get the kind of spicy with hatch peppers, the extra spicy with ghost peppers, and the extra insane spicy with Carolina Reaper infused peppers, giving your coffee the spicy kick you've always known you wanted deep down. Roasty Buds, today's sponsor. Thank you, Roasty Buds. I enjoyed Roasty Buds.
That's right.
The other day.
Yeah, we both had some. That was, I burped afterwards.
Yeah, there was an intensity to that burp, right?
That hurt.
Well, PV3 Nation, here we are with the podcast episode. I am joined by Dalton, the ninth wonder of the world. Dalton got over here, and he's not so sweaty today.
What's the eighth wonder?
The eighth wonder is Atlantis, isn't it?
I don't know. I didn't know there was 8.
Or maybe it's that big building in Dubai. That's the eighth wonder.
Did one of them
world.
burn down, or was that not a wonder of the world?
Which? What are the wonders of the world?
I don't know.
All right, let's Google. Let's.
Oh my
No. Let's Bing it.
Let's Bing.
Let me go to Bing.com. Bing.com, bringing you 3
Bing,
free
Bing.
searches a day. Bing.com.
That's so funny. I never thought about that. Like, I think that was something I knew in 3rd grade.
Bing. Okay, here we go. Install Bing with private mode. Ooh.
There you go.
Well, that's saucy. All right, let's put in the search.
What are you going to Bing on private mode?
What are the 8 wonders of the world? And I'm using up my...
That's one down.
That's one down. Oh, I will... I mean, this is actually so classy of Bing. They put the 8 wonders of the world right up there,
Oh,
so I
cool.
don't even have to do an additional search.
So you didn't have to do like 3 today,
Yeah.
3 the next day.
So this is what this list says is the wonders of the world. The Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
I was aware of that.
That's it. Yeah.
Machu Picchu.
Okay.
Machu Picchu. And Dead Valley.
What?
Yeah. Natural Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Giant's Causeway.
Is there like an Angels one? Angels Waterfall or something? I know that's a thing.
Milford Sound.
Whoa.
Milford Sound with the
Oh,
big
that's-
waterfall.
That's beautiful.
I'm not sure this is the accurate.
Yeah, but I am the
don't
ninth
know if-
wonder, Dalton.
What are the actual 7 wonders of the world? Here we go.
7 and
The
8
7
is
one. I did
Atlantis.
8.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Egypt's Great Pyramids, the Taj Mahal, the Grand Canyon, the Panama Canal, the Empire State Building, St. Peter's Basilica, and China's Great Wall.
The Panama Canal is really funny to me that it's in there.
Panama Canal. That's a story in itself historically. Did you
There's
see
a
that?
Freaking.
Did you see that documentary?
They got stuck.
They got stuck. They got
They got
malaria.
stuck.
They got who fixed it? Did the French fix it, or did the French muck it up? I think it was the Germans who mucked it up, and then the French had to come and rescue it.
Yeah.
How's that for a little flip of the old stereotypes of the French retreating? They did not.
French are funny.
French are, yeah. I have already been on record as
Yeah.
a Francophile.
That's true.
I've said it.
We talked.
I
Yeah,
stand
we
by
talked
it.
about that at some point. Like, the word
Yeah.
is funny to me.
Yeah. You are a lover of all things French, including the people.
Hey yo. But yeah, we're
I've never
here.
had a French girlfriend.
No.
Well, I had a French girlfriend for 3 weeks, but we never, never held hands, so to speak. And she was stolen away from me by that French baker.
That's really first base, is holding hands.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for me. I mean, I don't know what the kids are doing these days. Maybe first base is following each other on Instagram.
First base is sharing a jewel.
Sharing a jewel.
Yeah, yeah.
That just does sound. That sounds like first base.
Yeah, that's what kids are doing.
I don't know. That's pretty intimate. I would almost think that's second base.
Dude, the coolest kid in high school was the guy who knew of a vape store who wouldn't get carded.
That didn't
and going
care.
in there and just dishing it out to the rest of school.
Gee.
Because that was pretty cool. But
That
then
makes
I
a
look
lot of
back
sense.
at it, I'm like, that's not
Yeah.
to be applauded at all.
No, that was not a good citizen, and was certainly not looking out for your health.
Not at all. No.
I will say that it occurs to me that there are people out there who still smoke cigarettes, and I don't know why.
Delicious.
Are they?
Indulging in a nice drunk cig is
I will say this:
pretty nice.
the few times I imbibe of cigarettes
A lot.
is when I have had a few drinks and I'm listening to some live jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few drinks, maybe a black and tan.
Yeah.
We got that bass line.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's
Basso infinitum.
but I think sober cigs, that hurts to me.
See, well, it will turn my stomach. The first time I ever bought cigarettes, I didn't know, and so I said, "Give me the Marlboro Reds," and I went and I smoked 2 of them, and I had a stomach that was ready to evacuate.
PV3 threw up.
Very hard.
I threw up.
It was a grumpy, charcoalish vomit.
Ew.
Yeah.
Grody.
Yeah, it was pretty grody. But let's put a button on this. Basso infinitum is a particular tradition in classical music where the bass, the cello, is plucked continuously through the entire piece. So Handel's Messiah is actually one that has basso infinitum, which is the bass player, basically, during that entire movement, that entire piece, is constantly having a bass line, which is the precursor to, guess what?
What's that?
Jazz.
Jazz.
To modern day
You like
jazz.
jazz?
That's right.
What's the deal with jazz?
What is the deal with jazz? Historically,
It's nice.
one of the great American inventions. Really, what a
Me and my
gift,
friends
what a
got
gift
into-
to the world.
Me and my friends got into scatting about a year ago. Not like scabadoo-ba-dee-ba-da-boo.
Is that scat? Because I thought scat was deer and animal
I think that's
droppings.
I'm the scat man, skibidi bop bop, like that. That's scatting, and you do it's like
So it is scatting.
yeah, but it also has the other term.
The double meaning for the word.
But we were walking back from a grocery store very late at night with alcohol in a bag, legally.
How long ago was this? 'Cause
A year
you're-
ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was
no,
about
it
a week.
checks.
About a week after you turned.
Actually, a month or two. Yeah.
It was a month or two after.
But
Okay.
we were walking
All right,
back.
continue with your legally
Scat.
sound story.
We were scatting
Scatting your brains out.
way back from the grocery store, and people were just eyeballing us, but we didn't care.
You had the stink of youth on you.
Yeah, we just bought some 40s.
Yep.
We're about to take it to a parking garage and just have a night.
Do you remember what the 40s were?
It was the one with the B on it.
The one with the B on it.
Oh man.
I'm my mind is drawing a blank.
Oh my gosh. I'll think of it at some point in the next 5
Hurricane?
minutes.
No.
No. It was
It sounds familiar. I feel like I can see the B in
it's
my
like
in
green
my brain.
and gold on it. But yeah, no, we had a good time.
Is it a
And,
hornet or is it a bee?
A hornet, maybe.
I think it's a hornet.
I think it's a hornet.
All right, so you have a very small load this semester,
Oh yeah.
and not a double entendre when I say that.
Hey.
You just have an amount of classes that you are truly able to juggle quite easily.
Yeah.
So what sort of shenanigans are you going to get into with all this free time you have?
Well, I think like I'm thinking about my degree and everything, and I just think that robots are gonna take over like any industry ever.
So you just want to create some skills that the robot
No, I'm-
overlords will...
If I drop out, like my parents won't help me
I got you.
financially.
Okay.
They'll cut me off.
Yeah.
And so I think like in this time I'm gonna pass the classes, get my degree, but I think now is a great time to start my like Twitch like gaming career. I think that's the road for me. I'm pretty slick on Fortnite.
Slick on Fortnite.
Yeah, I think we do.
I'm assuming that means you're very good at Fortnite.
pretty
What,
slick.
what,
I'm cracked.
Yeah. What platform do you use?
Well, I have a PS5 now. I have a Switch, but I'm on PC. I'm a PC gamer.
PC games. I understand that when it comes to the Fortnite, being a PC gamer gives you a bit of an advantage.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I can build. I can do the things and
The hotkeys, as they call them.
Yeah, and I think I got a personality that might do well there. So I got confidence in my abilities.
I rarely have a conversation with you, Dalton, that I'm not mesmerized by your
Yeah.
personality. So
Well, thank
I
you.
think that would be a tremendous
That's very kind.
benefit. I had a cough, and I just was sitting on the cough and thinking maybe it would disappear.
But yeah.
I had a
Twitch.
situation this morning.
Okay.
I have a live event that I'm going to, and this is a very secure live event. So they needed me to take 2 COVID tests. These are disposable COVID tests that run on batteries. It was a first for me. So the whole kit comes in. You have the little electronic thing, the little base, right? And you take that out. The fresh batteries they provide in the test. They provide the fresh batteries.
Double A's?
2 AA's.
What?
You put them in, you turn it on. You have the vial that you obviously do the swab and you stick it in, that kind of thing. And you push it into that little machine. And as it punctures the bottom of it, it starts to run its cycle. And it takes about 30 minutes. And both tests, burying the lead here, both tests came back negative. So I do not have COVID. I am free to go to this event.
Nice.
And be the sommelier. I've had to sign an NDA, so I can't tell you what sort of shenanigans will be going on in this mansion.
Secret.
But I know that
Is it Clue?
I don't think it's Clue.
Okay.
I had to do a full STD panel as well, so there's really no telling what they're going to get into.
This is, what's the, oh man.
And the outfit they sent me to wear for tonight's event as I pour wine and give tasting notes for people, it's a little revealing, and I had to tell them that, my nipple hairs, it's a little weird. It's a little weird.
I mean,
so they had
has
me
their
wax
thing,
it.
though. Everyone has their thing.
Well, I sent pictures, and they paid for someone actually to come to my location. It was a parking lot outside of a Walgreens, and they waxed me in the parking lot. It was a unique experience.
Yeah, that sounds like a morning.
Maybe when we do this again, I'll give you some details. Wink, wink, wink about the game, about whatever shenanigans happen at this mansion. Should I not be terrified for my safety?
Eyes wide shut. I've been thinking for the past 3 minutes because you said STD tests at a mansion and stuff. Eyes wide shut.
Never seen it.
Orgy, sex.
Oh,
club.
well, that's good for them.
I thought that's because what you might be doing. I don't know. But yeah.
I won't be partaking. I'll be giving tasty notes on the wine bar.
Okay.
I'm not sure why they did it either. Because in the NDA, I had to sign that, what my activities will be confined to.
I see. Tasting wine.
Maybe it's just a blanket thing they send out to everyone.
I think that's probably a safe bet. I think every place should do that now. Like Dave & Buster's should do that when people get in. I think it just should be.
Well, I will say this. Oh, your little puppy is hacking a little bit. Little hairball. Little summer hairball there.
I don't think it's anything to worry about.
Well, I will say this. When it comes to sexual proclivities and STDs, I think society would be in a much better place if we were more open and communicative about these things.
No, definitely.
That's just where I stand. I haven't done it yet, but I am curious to buy a Magnum condom just to see how big those suckers are.
Yeah, to see like...
Will it fit over a wine bottle?
Is it like putting a hand in a grocery bag? Is it going to like...
Yeah.
You know?
There was a Norwegian model.
Okay.
And she took a regular condom.
Yes.
And she fit it over her entire hand and forearm, stretching it out.
Holy shit.
Just to make the point, gentlemen, you're not too big for a condom. Your nethers are not as big as my forearm and fist.
Was she a small Norwegian?
She was a petite Norwegian, but I would say a full-grown Norwegian lady.
Okay.
I would say her forearm is not substantially smaller than my forearm.
Okay.
And I would be...
You're looking very vascular today.
It is veiny, isn't it? What I was going to say is if my member was as big as this, that would be a curse, my friend.
You got a hog if that's the case.
No, that would be... I would feel bad for the gentleman who has something that big.
I see.
Their life is not that good.
No. For listeners, Prescott just put his arm next to some... What are those?
These are Sugar Star Plumquats.
Next to 2 of them, and it looked
They look
very
like
phallic.
shaved green. Yeah. In Broad City, when one of the ladies was about to have relations with Blake Griffin, NBA star Blake Griffin. And she caught a peek of his member, and she said, "That's not going inside me." Because of its size, not because it was gross.
So do you think he wrote that part?
I'm not sure. I think Blake Griffin, I enjoy his personality. I think he has a good sense of humor about things. I've enjoyed, and I think him being able to kind of be pretty vulnerable in comedic spaces has been a big asset for him.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what? Our celebrity of the day is Blake Griffin.
Today's celebrity is Blake Griffin. Why don't you say 3 things you appreciate about Blake Griffin?
I appreciate, as a kid, there was these ads where it was like Redbox for video games. I forget what it was called, but he was a spokesperson for it. And that's how I learned who he was. I appreciate him because I have ties to Detroit at family in Detroit, and he played on the Pistons.
He did play on the
bit.
Pistons for a bit, yeah.
And I think he has nice hair. I think his curls are good. I appreciate curly hair.
He does have a bit of a, I want to say this as delicately and as complimentary as it's supposed to be. It's a unique head of hair that
I
he
like
has.
it. No, it's good.
It
yeah.
fits him like a glove. Fits him like a wig.
Those are my 3 for Mr. Griffin.
That is a really
Not
good
talking
list.
Peter Griffin.
Nope, we are talking.
guy's pretty funny,
Today's
though.
celebrity is Blake Griffin. I appreciate, as I mentioned before, his sense of humor. He seems to be a very avuncular individual.
Oh, that's a word.
Yeah, it is a word. That's true. You would find it in the dictionary. I will also say this. For a star that has had the misfortune of some injury history that he has, and having been shuffled around from franchises, having never heard really a peep about any frustrations he might have, anything poor about his teammates, anything like that, just shows you he's a man of character, shows you he is a good dude.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. So I would say that's second, his ability to juggle being a superstar.
True.
And have that come through.
And be on Broad City.
And be on Broad City.
It'd be funny if we're giving him praise and there's just like one news piece that we've missed out on recently.
Or maybe it drops the second we drop this podcast.
Yeah.
You know?
They're waiting for us to drop it,
Blake Griffin in his closet full of
we support
dead homeless cats.
Blake Griffin unless the
Boy, I hope
homeless
that doesn't
cat
start
gets
trending.
out.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't start trending.
Yeah.
I made that up, folks. That is not a real story. I did not bing it just now. I made it up as sort of an example of Dalton and I putting ourselves in hot water by supporting Blake Griffin, our celebrity of the day, if a poor story about his character should
Hey, you know
emerge.
what? Blake, if you're listening, come on the pod. We want you here.
All right, it's that time of the podcast where we're going to open up a bottle of wine.
Okay.
All right, Dalton's going to hold the microphone.
Oh, you okay? Yeah. Double microphone. Okay.
It's so that we can get the pop of the bottle.
Get the pop in the bottle.
A moment of silence, please.
Come on. Wait. Do a sniff.
Very nice. I'm actually just I got this at the grocery store. I'll be honest, funds are a little tight right now, so I got some bread and butter Cabernet Sauvignon.
Do they have
2020.
chunks of bread and butter in it?
It doesn't. I think they just call it bread and butter because they want you to think of it as sort of a wine to just you want it's a wholesome. It's part of your household. You just consume it because you'll like it. Good quality bread and butter. Good quality red wine just kicking around.
Let me
give it a taste. Give it a smell. Give it a taste.
I am so not practicing this. Oh wow!
Wow, you enjoying that?
It's nice.
It's pretty bright, pretty acidic and bright.
Yeah. I think less acidic than I had imagined. It was nice on the tongue and things.
Oh, just got a text from Abby. Sorry about that.
What?
Yeah.
About?
I let her know that alimony was going to be about 24 hours late next month. I'm really planning it out because they don't let you give, your plasma too quickly after the last time you gave it. So just waiting on that. And she said that comes with a 10% penalty. So, yeah, as per our divorce agreement.
You should send her an 8-ball pool request. Like I think there's some app that you can download on your phone, and you can message these mini games to people through text message.
I did that with a friend, and then stopped doing it. Good story.
It's always sad when you're like, you have a good thing going with a friend, like playing games or something, and then just one day you don't know when it's going to be. That's the last time.
Yeah, it's a sad thing, the passage of time. And we do such a poor job in this culture of differentiating the moments that matter for the future and the moments that matter now.
Yeah, but we have Snapchat memories, so we can always...
always put them in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snapchat. After the separation, I remember getting on the dating apps, just being curious what the kids were, what the young single folks were doing these days. And I got on, and I saw a lovely young woman. She was a little younger than me, but she just had her Snapchat on there, and I was so unaccustomed to the dating scene. I said, okay, well, I guess that's what they're doing now. They Snapchat. So I just added her on Snapchat, and she added me, and her first message to me was, ew, you're old. And I said, well, I did want to talk to you about your Roth 401k and or your Roth IRA.
I don't know.
And how you should be doing that because of your later tax bracket. And she immediately blocked me. So... learned a valuable lesson.
I feel like I would do the same thing because those words are unfamiliar to me and I don't want to understand them. right now. So.
I said, if that's what they're doing, if we just jump on their Snapchat and that's how you get to be able to take a lady on a lovely date, I'll do that. And I was met with some
You're
fierce
doing it wrong.
Opposition.
It's just you take a picture of half of your face.
Feeling a little loosey-goosey. I got those double negative COVID tests earlier, and so I'm feeling like I can take some risks.
That's a big dub.
Yeah. Big one for the day.
And
they're just going to throw those batteries in that machine away into the landfill because it's a single-use electronic COVID
you put
test.
that in what takes double A's now? Like,
well, I mean,
the
lots
only
of
thing
things.
I can think of is remote controls.
Xbox?
Your Xbox. You were saying bread and butter, household item.
Yes.
I was thinking about the other day, like staplers used to be a household item.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're not anymore.
Well, it's just the amount of paper that people print at home.
So household item is like what falls in that category is changing, I think.
Yeah, pretty soon there's only going to be like 4 household items.
I don't have paper clips.
Yeah.
I probably should have a can opener.
Well, there's now so much that you can do. With the proper lighting, you should be able to take a picture with your phone and PDF it. And then you should be able to...
Oh, paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you should be able to make a signature. Or, if somebody sends you a PDF, to edit it with your phone, add a signature, and then send that back.
Yeah, no, that's I think more and more things, household item is just phone.
The one thing you can't do
What's that?
with the phone is wipe your bottom after using the laboratory.
Should we have an invention corner where we talk about inventions that we want to make? Because I feel like that's a good invention.
I think a good invention would be an app that allows you to track what you eat and your bowel movements. Because I think that would put you on top of your health in a way, give you ownership.
There probably is, but let's make it automated. How about that?
Yeah, to have a bunch of drop-down menus of what your poop was like that day. And was it long and skinny? Is it soft and makes a big lump in the middle of the bowl?
You got a Bluetooth scanner in your throat that sees what goes in, and you got a Bluetooth scanner in your butt to see, the density.
Okay. Oh, you mean a real scanner? You don't mean like a barcode scanner?
No.
I was thinking, how would you get the stickers on every single bite of food?
Some Resident Evil technology. Stuff like that.
I'm sure you could imprint like 10% of a food item with enough of those little barcodes. Yeah. You put that in the throat. Enough would go down and pick up on.
Okay, so that would check. Because my thing is, I don't like inputting things.
And you would just make sure that you imprint it on corn.
Corn.
And that way, when it comes out,
it's the same.
It'll also be scanned very easily.
With a QR code.
So recently, I just got back from Chi-Town, from Chicago. The episodes are up on the TikTok. And I think we're going to get it on the Instagram and the YouTube pretty soon.
Yeah.
But it was a really lovely trip to Chicago.
And Malort was so nice to you.
Malort was very nice. I can say the love-hate relationship with Malort continues to grow ever stronger every day. And that I'm still not used to the flavor. Still not used to the taste, be completely honest with you. But it's at least, it seems to be having a lot of fun with PV3 Nation. They seem to like it.
Yeah. I think, I
need to look at the numbers. I'm not sure how many of our Malort t-shirts are outselling the other catchphrases.
Yeah. I think, because I was watching this TikToks, I'm like, there's that one guy who tried to break a shot glass on his head.
Well, he cracked it.
And I'm like, is Prescott going to be okay?
He offered to give me my first Chicago bar fight. And he offered it in a very loving way. So when I declined it, I did not feel unsafe. But he said, you can't you can't have a real Chicago bar visit without at least getting punched in the face. So was it like
he was asking for a gentleman's duel?
He was just offering to just rail me one, to just reach back and to just, you're giving me the eye. That was not a euphemism. I meant rail me with his fist. I meant hit me in the face with his fist. You're blushing. My goodness.
It's
you are bright red.
It's the bread and butter. You were saying suggestive things. I don't know.
That's true. He said, what did he say? He said, I take S to D. That's in the episode.
Yeah, he said something S to D.
I put blood. I put ink to blood. I put S to D.
S to D.
I haven't binged it yet.
No. That's gonna be an interesting one.
I feel like it.
Yeah, maybe not. I think your searches are used better elsewhere.
I don't know where I'm at, but I watched a video of physicists talking about what the heat death of the universe will be.
That freaks me out.
And that will be so far in the future that it really, really won't matter.
Woo!
And I don't know what state of mind I was in, but it kind of gave me like peace and clarity that like all of this will come to pass, and that just being in the moment, that's kind of what you want
It's
to
beautiful.
what you want to do. But you're freaking out. You're wanting to change the subject.
I'm bugging. I was gonna say,
Does it cause you anxiety?
Yeah, a little bit. But are you sure about the COVID test?
Negative, buddy.
Okay. But the bread and butter is soothing my nerves.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think. I don't know. See, now I'm just in a loophole of stress.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
You talk about something, please.
So Ukraine is having. Oh, sorry.
No, just like day to day.
Oh, I got you. Well, these are known as Sugar Star Plum Quats. So let's go ahead and you take yours.
Do I
take
eat?
mine?
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
we're
eat
gonna eat it. You can eat one. We're gonna take a bite. You don't do fruits and vegetables, do you?
I do.
All right.
I do smoothies.
That's not okay. Well,
Do I just
guess
eat
that's
it?
fine.
I've never had one.
what do you mean you've never had one? Like fruit in general, or
No,
just
this
these
particular thing.
Well, it's just like every other fruit. You just eat it.
But then in a pit.
Do you
I'm
want me
gonna
to do
hurt
it
my
first?
teeth? Yes.
Yes. Don't eat the pit, Dalton.
There is a pit. I just want to know because maybe I take in one big bite.
There is a pit. Please don't eat it.
Okay.
Here we go. Clink. Let's clink our plums. Not sure we heard that. So the flesh is a little bit springier than I thought.
Yeah.
Pretty tart.
Is that normal?
I think it could ripen up for another day or two. Get just a little softer, maybe a little sweeter.
I like this.
Yeah.
They're called plum cots.
Plum cots.
It sounds like a disease.
That does sound like a disease. What would
Yeah.
that disease be? What would the symptoms of plum quats be?
You got plums in your blood veins and they're clotting it up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Plum clots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Doctor, I'm plum clotted up.
It's when your parents are like, don't eat the watermelon seeds because you're going to grow a watermelon in your stomach. This is what happens when you eat the plum pit.
You want to talk about Russian people being built a little differently.
Let's talk about it.
Siberian forest. Gentleman was cutting down trees. He was climbing up and cutting branches off. He fell and got impaled by one of the branches.
Yep.
Got stitched up. Goes about his life.
No.
A couple of weeks later, he's feeling itchy. A couple weeks later, he's starting to hurt. Starting to have some pain. They do a little x-ray scan. They realize that one of the tiny little shards of the branches impaled him, and it was starting to grow inside his chest cavity.
What the?
They pulled it out. There was just enough nutrients and moisture for it to grow a little bit and cause some discomfort.
So what I'm hearing is that he's built different, but also the trees in Russia are built different.
I think if they'd allowed it to keep going,
It's a Groot origin story.
yeah, he would be the first Ent. Really?
Ent.
I was going Lord of the Rings, and you went...
Well, no, I
Guardians
think
of the
yours is
Galaxy.
better. Yours is... I don't like Marvel movies overall.
50% of Marvel movies are pretty boring.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah, the first Thor, a couple of the Captain Americas.
There's some good ones.
Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 were boring.
Mm-hmm. All right, real quick.
Yeah.
Spider-Man theme.
Spider-Man, Do you mean like the theme?
Yeah, no, you got it.
Okay.
What would you say about Superman?
Dun, 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 dun. No, it's Indiana Jones.
Okay, but memorable there.
But yeah,
You saw Superman. What would you say in the sky? Maybe.
Oh, yeah, you would say it's a plane. It's a
Yep.
bird. It's a plane.
What is the Avengers theme song?
What is the Avengers theme song? It's something by Hans Zimmer.
Can you remember anything about it?
No.
Not memorable.
Yeah.
Then I rest my case.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is interesting. I know that there are some things they did very well. I thought Infinity War from that double feature,
funny.
Infinity War to Endgame. I thought Infinity War was a really, really big movie. It felt like there was a lot of moving pieces, and once, and I don't know how to describe this, but because of how intimate the camera was, the moment where Tony
mean?
Stark.
What's intimate camera?
So if you go back and you watch action movies in like the 80s, there's like super wide shots. And then there's like close-up shots, like The Predator, that kind of thing. And so you're kind of like figuring out continuity. And they're well done, but because they're basically like, what are the special effects they're able to do? And the thing with the CGI, stage is that you can literally do anything.
Yeah.
And so, like, when I say intimate, the idea that we are right shoulder to shoulder with Spider-Man as he is climbing high enough into the atmosphere that he is losing oxygen and he has to take his mask off. And then we're looking down and we're seeing the sky evaporate into the black void of space.
Wow.
And we're just so intimately connected with that. Thinking of how they would shoot some sort of scene like that in the 80s, there would just be so many barriers and
That's
layers.
true.
And so I just remember it occurring to me as I watched Spider-Man up there in the atmosphere. The new suit goes to him. Iron Man says, "Get out of here." You kind of know in the back of your head as he goes around the side, like, obviously Spider-Man isn't going, like, obviously Spider-Man's going to be on the spaceship, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Tom Holland's going to be on the spaceship.
He's going to be on the spaceship. They're going to go Thanos. But just having that moment where he gets in and he's talking to
Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey
Pepper.
Jr.
Yeah. Pepper Potts.
Peppa Pig.
As he's I kept thinking Penny in my head, but I knew her name wasn't
It's a
Penny.
P name.
Yeah. Talking to her, anyway, the whole point I'm trying to say is this. It felt like, wow, this feels big in a way that I don't remember any other movie. I've seen plenty of sci-fi movies. Even Avatar didn't feel big because it felt very, we're in a spaceship and we're going here, and like this is just very similar.
You said Avatar, and I got to talk about this. I went to Disney World a while ago, and I didn't know they had a whole area of the park that was for Avatar.
Nothing but Avatar people.
And it's so cool because they built the set and the fruits and the mountains, and it's all fake, but it looks like a mountain. But there's this one ride where you ride on the pterodactyl-looking things, and you get to be the Avatar, and you put on the glasses.
Prescott likes.
And you get on this motorcycle thingy, and then they open the thing in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's this huge, like, IMAX screen, like, big, massive, that kind of wraps around, and you're, like, 3D immersed into it, and you're moving around. They're spraying water at you when you're flying. Feels real. But the people I was with, they'd been on it before, and they're like, don't look to your very far left, very far right, up or down. And I did.
And that's the first thing you want to do. Yeah.
And so our room, there's like 6 of us on these motorcycles with glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I look up, down, left, and right. There are identical rooms of other people.
Just in a simulated reality.
And we're stacked on top of each other.
Oh,
we're
man,
in
like
the
Top
Matrix.
Golf? Oh, wow.
And doing the Avatar stuff, that was big. But the movie, I agree, didn't hit what Endgame, Infinity War did.
Yeah, Infinity War is just really interesting how, and I kept trying to think that, like, I mean, this is a very traditional story. They're going to go fight the bad guy, and, like, you know, I'm familiar with the Marvel.
And then Hulk had 2 tacos in his big hands.
Yeah, like, that's one bite.
That was, because he was big, and the tacos were small.
And like, we saw him at breakfast, where we had pancakes that obviously looked like 17 pounds a piece and just like mounds of sausage, and then he has 2
baby tacos.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like, I remember walking by like brownies in the kitchen and maybe getting off like a tiny little chunk for myself. Like maybe that's what he was doing. Like, I'm not hungry right now, but I'll take a bite of taco.
The Hulk is peckish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely done that with, like, I just burped completely into the microphone. I've definitely done that for your dog. When you guys had me over for Sunday roast, and I was coming out of the kitchen, I grabbed a little piece of meat, and I was coming into the room where you guys were. I was about to eat that little piece of meat, and I saw your dog, and I gave the dog a little piece of meat. And that reminds me of the Hulk giving his 2 tacos to Ant-Man, the world's sexiest man, Paul Rudd.
Funny guy.
He has likable down in his genes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he was bred to be likable.
And golden retriever.
Yeah. Yeah, but also if a man on their dating site claims to be golden retriever energy, stay away, ladies.
Well, no, if someone claims that they themselves is something, I don't believe it most of the time.
Right.
Glug, 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 glug.
You didn't need to do that. They heard it. Yeah.
I'm a sound effects guy. We were talking about motion capturing and CGI.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this because I was watching videos of video game motion capturing when they put on the suits.
I've never done that. It looks fun.
And it's so funny, especially like skateboarding games.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're just like jumping and doing weird things. And they're like, here's my special move. I'm going to jump and do this, and you're going to have me do it on a skateboard.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I think it's great that they are able to put those suits on and still function as humans.
You can see their plinger.
You can see, really, there's nothing left to the imagination.
No.
And they don't look good.
No,
you know,
no.
I can imagine, so I'm not going to name drop any celebrities, but I can imagine certain celebrities in a skin-tight suit looking fantastic. Not just celebrities, plenty of people. But those things just
Superman?
don't. Was Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he looks.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure he looks delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes video games.
He does. Well, Dalton, we are nearing the end of the battery life
Gosh.
on this. And again, we're still trying to figure out. We still have some runway in front of us before this takes off. And all right, folks,
Okay.
PV3 Nation, we're rounding up this one. A little bit of a rambler, this one. What do you think, Dalton?
No, I liked it. I think there was some structure to it. I think that you're being pessimistic about it, actually. I think it was a great episode.
What a
Maybe my
really.
best performance.
I think you put me in my place right there, and I appreciate that, Dalton. I think maybe we had something really going good there.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up because these batteries are about to die, and I have to go call the plasma office, see if they can get me in 24 hours early.
That's exciting.
All right, folks. We will catch you later for another episode.
Bye.
This episode brought to you by Roasty Buds, the
Yummy.
coffee with the spice you crave.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
And brought to you by PV3 Nation merch. PV3merch.com.
Yeah.
PV3merch.com. Go there and get a t-shirt. Leave a comment saying, love that podcast, you silly gooses.
Yeah. And search up Unemployed Wine Guy on all the social medias and stuff. We got content.
Like, comment, share, bing.
PV3 was in Chicago. It was crazy.
That's right. I'm going to be trying to do some more of those live events, more
be
meet and
super
greets. I was, I was delighted by it. People showed up. They bought me Malort, and I will forgive them for that. But that was kind of the point as well.
Yeah.
So they were game for it. We had a very good time. Shout out to my Nisei Lounge participants. All right, folks. We will catch you next time.
Bye-bye.